Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from SegaCDUniverse.com, and this video is a quick just update or kind of something I wanted to talk about briefly. I'm sure you've read online a little bit here or there that the people who made the Neo Geo X, Tommo, and SNK have a little lover's quarrel going on, or big lover's quarrel I should say. SNK had licensed out to Tommo the, licensing, for lack of a better word, to be redundant, to put out the Neo Geo X. Now, there were some people, and I would say a good majority of people, that were upset with the Neo Geo X. I had showed it in a couple previous videos, so check those out if you get a chance. Some people didn't like that it was emulation, that the games were on SD cards, like modified SD cards. People didn't like some of the issues it had with the audio problems, some visual problems, especially after the update with the composite cables. They said the emulation wasn't perfect and that there was a tiny bit of input lag on the controller, and everything felt a little thin, a little flimsy compared to what I would think, I don't have one, a original Neo Geo AES plays like, or the build quality, I should say. So I love the system. I think the Neo Geo X is great for people that just can't afford. Did I say AES? I meant Neo Geo X. I'm not sure what I said, but you get my point. I think the Neo Geo X is excellent. I love it. I have the 500 update in. I have the Mega Collection pack thing with the extra games. I think it was 15 games. So overall, there's 36 games that were created for it. Anyhow, SNK, I guess, has been upset at the way Tommo is maybe handling the product or putting out the product. So they put out a press release stating that they're severing all ties with Tommo. This was news to Tommo because it seems like they didn't go through the proper channels and let Tommo know this. They just released a press release. So Tommo was kind of blindsided, at least from what I gathered from reading. Whether it be because they didn't like what Tommo was doing with the SNK or the Neo Geo product, maybe they don't like the build quality, or they're getting complaints about the emulation. I don't know what it is, but I mean, there are some people that just don't like the system. Tommo then fired back and said, "We are not in any breach of contract with the Neo Geo X with SNK. We will continue selling the Neo Geo X and all of its arcade sticks and peripherals and whatever else games, even though SNK wants us to stop, because we are not in breach of contract. We have this contract until 2016. We will continue to support the consumer that purchased it with upgrades and whatever else that they need. Whether this means they're releasing more titles or more firmware upgrades, I don't know. But I would assume if you have an issue, they're still going to support you. They're not going to just drop you and not answer your emails any longer, which is very great of them." So there's two people on the sides of this argument. The people that say, "Oh, great, I'm glad SNK dropped them. I hate the Neo Geo X. It's a bastard child." And there's people that say, "Well, I like it. Like me, I like the system. I think it does have its downfalls or its shortfalls, but overall I have a lot of fun with it, and me and my friends are really enjoying it." So I'm kind of glad that Tommo is still supporting it. I feel that the thing with this, SNK, if they take Tommo to court and try to say that they're defamating or making their brand look bad with this console they licensed, or this product, then that could go on forever. I mean, that could go on, in my mind. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if one of you is a lawyer or an attorney, you could maybe shed some light on this, but that could probably go on past 2016. So I'm surprised they just aren't letting it run its course. The other thing is, if they lose that and then Tommo turns around and sues them and says, you wasted our time, you wasted our money, and you tried to defame us and tell us that we were a bad company and that you didn't like the product we put out, they could probably sue SNK Playmore, and then if they make money, I don't think SNK Playmore is that well off currently. I'm not saying they're doing bad, but I think mainly what they have their income from is certain game titles and primarily slot and pachinko machines, from what I've read online. I could be wrong. So I just wanted to shed a little light on it because I do love the Neo Geo X. I am an SNK fan. And I don't think the Neo Geo X is perfect, but for me it's great, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm not really encountering many issues with it, or any at all at this point. And that's it. I touched upon the Mega Pack, I've touched upon the collections and all these different things about it, my little overviews, and I figured because I love the system so much, I would put this out there and just kind of throw it out there for people who didn't know about it. So, what side of the fence do you fall on? Are you going to pick one up? Do you have one already? What do you think? What do you think about the whole argument? Thanks guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from SegaCDUniverse.com. Be good.